Good afternoon, everybody, to the Basketball England YouTube channel, and welcome to everybody wherever you are across the globe. Next Sunday, the Solent Kestrels will take to the floor for the Women's National Cup final. But before they head off to the bright lights of Bellevue, today they will be looking for their 5th straight win in all competitions, further cementing their playoff cause. But standing in their way are a Bristol Flyers side that dropped their first 4 games of the season, but have claimed 4 wins from their last 7 games since then, keeping them firmly in the hunt for a playoff spot, and will want to keep that form going as we enter the second half of the WNBL Division 1 season. Good afternoon, everyone tuning in to the Basketball England YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and to set your notifications to on so that you are kept up to date as to when the NBL Live team is next on your feed. I'm John Hobbs, and today I'm going to be riding solo. My thoughts go out at this time to Chris Hughes from the Popular Rebound blog, who is currently in isolation due to COVID, and I hope you're tuning in, and to Mark Halewood, who is also unable to be with us today due to a family bereavement, and our best wishes go out to Mark and his family at this time, and also to our lead cameraman, Ralston Humble, who unfortunately is out due to personal circumstances. So today, the good folk at Sonar TV, a group made up of very talented Solent University media students, will be joining us on the feed, and will be providing you with all the action here today as we bring you the Solent Kestrels against the Bristol Academy Flyers in WNBL Division 1 action. And then following on from that at 6 o'clock, we will be bringing you the Solent Kestrels against the Derby Trailblazers in men's NBL Division 1 action. So as you can see, 2 minutes now roughly until tip-off. We will bring you the starting fives for today's teams. We'll start with the Solent Kestrels. They'll be rolling with Faye Endine, Christina Karpova, Christina Velke-Cleve, Lauren Dabbs and Molly Danielson. Of course, Molly Danielson, Player of the Week last week for her epic performances, as Solent claimed 2 victories. One of them was against Anglia-Ruskin University, of course, cementing their spot into the Women's National Cup final, which we'll be bringing you next Sunday from the National Basketball Performance Centre in Manchester. For the Bristol Flyers, Kate Bailey, Emma Bailey, Veronica Awiya. I can see Layla Jepson and Fiona Fox will be our starting 5 for Bristol. Bristol will be without Maiza Betty and Hannah Wallace, of course, as well, who led the team with 16 points last week in their win over the Worcester Wolves. 2 big losses for Bristol. Also, junior Alice Matthews and Maisie Horrobin have not travelled with the team today. So as said, I'll be riding solo today, so don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the Basketball England YouTube channel. Keep the comments coming in. We always appreciate all and any comments that we get on here, especially as I'm on my own today. We can hopefully get you guys to be the co-commentators at home. Wouldn't that be nice? Of course, the Solent Kestrels with a 5-5 record at the moment, sitting in 5th place. Bristol just outside the playoff spots with a 4-7 mark in 9th place. The Worcester Wolves currently holding that 8th spot as we enter the second half of the WNBL season. Of course, following on from this game, we'll be bringing you coverage of the Solent Kestrels and the Derby Trailblazers. Derby probably the most talked about team right now in NBL Division 1. Of course, they won the L. Lynch Trophy on the 2nd of January in Sheffield, defeating Team Newcastle University. And they followed that up with a victory over the Surrey Scorchers in the BBL Trophy last Friday in Guildford. So before we get into the action, just a big shout out to our sponsors for today's NBL Live fixture. And our sponsors are Wilson, Dynamic, Sure Shot and Sport England. So here we go. Molly Danielson and Veronica Awiya will be tipping the ball off as we get things underway here in a big WNBL Division 1 clash between these two teams as the race to the playoffs heats up. And here is Jepson with the first possession of the game. Here is Bailey. Here is Kate Bailey, puts up a three and is long. Awiya with the offensive board. Jepson with a bank three and she puts it in, and Bristol off the mark. Short-handed Bristol Flyers team here today. And here is Velke Cleave. Velke Cleave looking for Endine. Endine driving inside, kicks it out to Dabbs. Here is Danielson, back to Dabbs, who leads the league in three-point shooting. Off with her three, Velke Cleave with her first rebound. Dabbs tries again. And another offensive rebound, and Karpova says thank you very much. And Christina Karpova off the mark. Great noise inside the Solent Sports Complex here today. Awiya inside. Jepson driving. Jepson looking for Awiya but couldn't get it, and Endine comes up with it and leads the team in steals this season. Velke Cleave at the foul line. Goes a bit closer but is short with her two. Jepson finds Bailey, back to the other Bailey. Emma Bailey and Kate Bailey. That's Kate Bailey's three, and Danielson rebounds. Velke Cleave driving, finds Endine inside. Dabbs couldn't catch it. And will take it out and reset. In fact, Dabbs going all the way, and she's going to go to the foul line for two. In fact, foul was on the floor. So it'll be an end-line ball to the Kestrels. Of course, Solent, one of the in-form teams, along with Kohler Suffolk Pride in NBL Division 1. Looking for their 5th straight win in all competitions. Next Sunday, they will be in the National Cup final, where they'll play Division 2 side Stockport Lapwings. Endine driving, finds a bit of room, and she's going to go to the foul line for 2 shots. Endine, who is second in the WNBL in steals, averaging around 4.2 a game. And a fairly decent free throw shooter, makes her first. Of course, thank you everyone for tuning in to the Basketball England YouTube channel today. It's a very different doubleheader we've got, as our main camera crew are not here today due to personal circumstances, so we have Sonar TV manning the fort for us today on the live stream as Dabbs with the steal. Endine picks it up, lays it up and in. And the Kestrels take their first lead of the game at 5-3. Emma Bailey. Here is Fox, back to Bailey. Ball deflected. In fact, no, the ball was not deflected. It'll be a Solent ball. Early going Solent with some good pressure defense that have stifled the Bristol Flyers somewhat. Of course, Bristol short-handed today without the services of Misa Betty and Hannah Wallace. Here is Dabbs' three-pointer attempt, excuse me, is no good. Jepson. Emma Bailey from the corner. Awiya with the rebound, big rebound over 2 Solent players, and she will bring it out and reset. Jepson with 5 to shoot. Jepson finds a bit of room and splashes it for 2. cup over. Dabbs, former Loughborough Riders player. Here is Endine. Endine on the spin, blocked by Awiya, but a foul before that. And that is actually on Awiya. That's her first foul of the game. Awiya in her first season with the club. Actually has a degree in electrical engineering, and her dreams include representing her native Nigeria. Very talented forward player is Veronica Awiya, and Faye Endine knocks down her first free throw. And Endine is money from the line, and the Kestrels lead 7-5. Jepson. Awiya inside, backing on Valky Cleave. Jepson. Stolen by Endine. Endine finds Dabbs. And Endine was trailing, and Dabbs didn't need her. She's going to go to the foul line for 2. Lauren Dabbs, 19 points, shooting 6 for 9 from the field in their win against the London Lions last week. Actually backed that up with 13 points in their National Cup semi-final win against Anglia Ruskin University, booking their spot to Manchester next Sunday. Be a fantastic atmosphere. Solent Kestrels against Division 2 side Stockport Lapwings at the National Basketball Performance Centre. Of course, Stockport actually won their semi-final against Thames Valley in Bellevue. Great crowd as Jepson short with her 3. And on the follow, Bailey doesn't get the layup. Here is Endine, Lauren Dabbs in transition. And a quick timeout by Pedro Vega Fuentes. He has seen enough as the Kestrels have raced out to a 9-5 or 11-5 lead with 5:43 remaining. Of course, following on from this game, the Solent Kestrels will take on the Derby Trailblazers in a huge NBL Division 1 game, which will tip off at 6 p.m. tonight following on from this game. In fact, Molly Danielson, who is on the court for the Kestrels, will be joining us on commentary for that one. Unfortunately, riding solo today as Chris Hughes from the Popular Rebound blog unable to be with us. Our thoughts are with him as he recovers from COVID. And our thoughts with Mark Halewood, who is going to be our other commentator today as he is dealing with bereavements in his family. Our thoughts go out to the entire Halewood family at this time. As you see there, the Bristol Flyers coming back onto the court. They've had a bit of an up and down season, lost their first 4 games of the campaign in our first WNBL Live fixture of the season. Came up victors over Anglia Ruskin University, and they're a tough defensive team. They limited their star player, or Anglia Ruskin star player, Kat Holm, to as little opportunities as possible en route to their win. Here is Awiya backing down inside. Awiya with the floater short, or long, excuse me, and Danielson picks up the rebound. Risky pass, and it will go out of bounds, and it will be a Bristol ball. Good defense there from Layla Jepson, who has so far scored all 5 of Bristol's points. Here is Emma Bailey. Bailey looking for options, goes to the foul line, puts up a 2, and she's going to go to the foul line as Faye Endine a little rambunctious there with the hands, and Emma Bailey will go to the foul line for 2. Bailey, who did not feature last week in their win over the Worcester Wolves. Bristol, who struggled, despite the win, struggled from the foul line last week against the Wolves, only shot 10 for 28. And Bailey misses both of them. And Danielson with the rebound. Here is Karpova. Karpova finds Danielson. Danielson came off her foot. She's arguing that it came off a Weir, but referees disagree, and it's a Bristol ball. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Emma Bailey. Jepson. Looking for options, finds a Weir inside, kicks it out. The extra pass to Kate Bailey, and Kate Bailey is long with her corner three. Both teams really struggling from outside at the moment. Here is Danielson inside, and Molly Danielson will go to the foul line for two. As Erin Caldwell comes into the game for the first time for the Kestrels, Christina Karpova will take a seat, and Annette Cook and Alette Palmquist-Gomez will come into the game for Bristol, as well as Chloe Hynett. Chloe Hynett, who actually celebrated her birthday on Thursday, as Molly Danielson hits the first free throw. Molly Danielson, a native of Beaverton, Oregon, on the Pacific Northwest of America. In her first season with the team, makes both free throws, and the Kestrels lead 13-5. Bailey. Bailey driving. Bailey with the reverse is no good. There's a scramble under the basket here, and possession arrow will go the way of the Kestrels, as Emma Bailey was driving, going for that reverse layup. It was a bit too under the basket for the ball to go up, as Faye Endine has the ball. Bit of a wayward pass, asking a bit too much of Christina Velke-Cleve, who of course has come back into the team and settled back into the team actually following maternity leave. Led the team with 14 points, 6 rebounds and 6 assists in their semi-final win last Sunday against Angela Ruskin. Cook driving, Cook off the glass, that's beautiful from Annette Cook. And Flyers, after a few minutes off the board, finally get on the board scoring-wise. Here is Velke-Cleve, crossing and turning and shooting and missing. Danielson fighting, but Bristol come up with it. Here is Jepson, 1-on-2. Jepson with the floater is short. Palmquist-Gomez misses the layup, and Caldwell comes up with the loose change. Velke-Cleve is wide open, splash. Christina Velke-Cleve with her first field goal of the day. And the Kestrels lead 16-7. Here is Hynett. Looking for Cook and finds her. Cook going inside, off the glass, too long, gets her own rebound. Jepson puts up a three, is short. And another scramble there between Dabbs and Jepson. And the possession arrow will stay. Well, in fact, a foul has been called on Jepson. That's her second foul. So 2 Bristol players on 2 fouls right now. And for an undermanned team, missing Maisie Betty and Hannah Wallace, 2 good scorers, 9 points and around 10 points, excuse me, a game. That's a big foul already in this early stage of the game. And Flyers also in the penalty as well, so Lauren Dabbs will go to the foul line. .257 remaining in the first quarter, and the Kestrels have raced out to a double-digit lead as Jessie Rowlands comes into the game for the first time. Dabbs takes a seat. Coach CJ Lee looking to rotate the roster as much as he can today as he prepares for the National Cup final next Sunday. 2:46 and the Kestrels lead by double digits as Layla Jepson will take a seat. And for the first time today, Louisa Gibbons comes into the game. Bailey. Here's Hynett. A decent three-point shooter. Falls to the floor and the ball goes out of bounds. It will be a Solent ball. And Hynett gingerly getting up to her feet, holding her wrist, grimacing as she runs back up court. And here is Endine. Danielson with the screen, looking for the pick and roll. Instead, Velke Cleve gets it. Here's Caldwell. Endine screaming for it. Corner three, rattles one in. Faye Endine from downtown, and the Kestrels lead 20-7. Gibbons. Bristol really need to answer here, and Gibbons gets it back from Cook. Hynett. They spread the ball around nicely. Bailey for three. Back iron. Rowlands rebounds. And Rowlands will collect it back again. Methodical offense, but it's effective for Solent as Danielson up and under, and she's going to go to the foul line for two. And Molly Danielson with her third and fourth trip to the foul line for two as she pulls double duty today on the court for the Kestrels, and joining me on commentary for our second game of the day as the Solent Kestrels men will take on the Derby Trailblazers, tipping off at 6 p.m. here on the Basketball England YouTube channel. Don't forget to tune in for what promises to be a cracking second game. And the Kestrels lead 22-7 with 1:44 remaining in the first. Hynett finds Gibbons. Good defense there from Caldwell. Caldwell collects it, and Solent press again. Rowlands looking for Endine. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a Solent ball as Molly Danielson takes a seat, and for the first time today, Safi Jaju comes in for the Kestrels. Endine. Thinking about the three, does put up the three. Back iron. Gibbons rebounds. Solent, though, quick to get numbers back as a trap here on Emma Bailey, but she recovers well. And the ball goes out of bounds. It will be a Bristol ball. Great to see so many people tuning in to this game. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the Basketball England YouTube channel. There's no comments at the moment as well, so get your comments in if you want to let us know who you're supporting, where you are around the world. It'd be great to hear from you. As Kate Bailey loses the ball to Caldwell, second steal of the game for Erin Caldwell, but Gibbons collects. Gibbons and Caldwell on the floor, and the possession arrow goes the way of the Flyers with 57.1 seconds remaining in this first period. Bristol so far 6 turnovers to Solent's 3 as Cook has the ball. Bailey finds a bit of room inside but misses everything on the layup attempt. Here is Endine, it's 1-on-2. Endine will reverse and go back out to Velke Cleve. Endine gets it in the corner, kicks it out to Velke Cleve, sets her feet, puts up a three, is in and out. It's about a 3-second differential between shot clock and game clock here in this first period. Kate Bailey. Some room inside for her. Didn't take advantage of it, and Palmquist Gomez wrestling with Christina Velke Cleve. I think the ball is going to stay with the Flyers with 6.1 seconds remaining in the first. 3 seconds on the shot clock, so Bristol have to get a shot up quickly. Turnover though, and Velke Cleve, final seconds. Endine banks in a layup near enough on the buzzer, and the Kestrels with a solid first quarter lead the Bristol Flyers 24-7. They've been shooting 47% from the field, and in contrast, the Flyers just 17%, 3 of 17 from the field. And coach Pedro Vega Fuentes will just be trying to tell his guys just to calm down at the moment. Faye Endine leading all scorers with 10 points. Lauren Dabbs with 5, and Layla Jepson leading the way for the Flyers with 5 of her own. As you can see, the Flyers bench, it's short-handed today, giving it their all though, as they look to put more pressure on the chasing pack for the playoffs. And on the flip side, Solent, one of the informed teams right now, as you can see Chris Mays just giving, Director of Coaching Chris Mays just giving some instruction to Faye Endine. One of the informed teams at the moment in the WNBL, 4 straight wins in all competitions, looking for their 5th straight here today. The minutes have been spread around quite nicely from coach CJ Lee. And we talk about people watching from all over the globe. One of the first comments to come in from Tia Burrows, tuning in from Bermuda. Great to have you on board, Tia, who is supporting the Solent Kestrels today. As a few of the men's players have arrived or started arriving here today at the Solent Sports Complex. As you see the Solent women just coming back onto the floor now. As Bristol, who are shooting just 17% from the field, looking to find a bit of rhythm from the floor. And before we start the second quarter, just a quick shout out to our sponsors for our WNBL Live and NBL Live doubleheader today. Our sponsors, Wilson, who are the official basketball supplier to Basketball England, SportServe, Dynamic, Sport England and Sure Shot, bringing you fantastic coverage of National Basketball League across the men's and women's divisions across the country. Anna Neverson into the game for the first time for Solent. She's on the ball now. Caldwell straight away for 3 is good. Erin Caldwell confidently putting that up, and it drops. And the Kestrels now lead 27-7. Biggest lead of the game at 20. Palmquist Gomez, nice spin, and she's going to go to the foul line. That was a pretty move from Arlette Palmquist Gomez, who does have really good footwork inside and a soft touch with her jumper. And she showed the full repertoire right there. Gomez misses the first free throw, and as said, Bristol really struggle from the foul line, already 0 for 3 right now. This is the second. Gibbons with the offensive rebound. Jaju with the loose ball. Good pressure defense from Palmquist Gomez, and it's proved dividends as Karpova with the travel. So a quick turnover from the Kestrels. Flyers get the ball back. Here is Gomez, finds Gibbons. Gibbons driving inside, uses her footwork off the glass, and a foul. Beautifully done from Louisa Gibbons, finding some room inside, and she's going to go to the foul line for the extra shot. And a much needed score from Bristol as Louisa Gibbons looks to complete the 3-point play. And goes back iron. Here is Caldwell. Neverson. Rowland's in the corner, goes back to Neverson. Stolen there by Bailey, and the Flyers are flying. Inside to Cook. Cook misses the layup. Rowland's rebounds. Here is Neverson. Finds Rowlands. The extra pass to Karpova. Thank you very much. Kristina Karpova with the three. That's her first three of the game. Another big three-point shooter, averaging around 30% from beyond the arc this season. And Karpova comes up with it. Another turnover from the Flyers. Here's Rowlands. Rowlands couldn't quite hang on to it in her first season back home. A local girl from Fareham in Portsmouth, just along the M27. Spent last season with the Worcester Wolves. In fact, very close friends with Bristol's Chloe Hynett. They played together at Worcester in University Ball. Gibbons finds Emma Bailey. 5 to shoot. Gibbons. Bristol have got to go to work. Cook off the backboard and nowhere near the rim as Solent get the ball back. Great to have so much support, particularly for Annette Cook. The Plymouth Patriots women teammates are behind her. Had a great game so far as Annette Cook. Here is Karpova. Finds Caldwell for three. That's off backboard and to the right. Jepson just all the way. No one challenging, and Layla Jepson, excuse me, is going to go to the foul line for two. Layla Jepson, an 80% foul shooter for the season, looking to end Bristol's woes from the foul line. Currently 0 for 5. And she duly does that. Bristol 10 for 28 from the foul line in their win over the Worcester Wolves. And Jepson makes no mistake with both of her foul shots. Dabs back into the game for the Kestrels. Jessie Rowlands takes a seat. Here is Karpova to Neverson. Neverson wide open. Neverson hits. And the Kestrels lead 33-11. Gibbons to Cook. Cook wide open for three, and she answers back. That's Bristol's second three of this game. They're 2 for 9 from downtown. Karpova finds Caldwell. She's going to put up another three, and that's back iron. And Gibbons with the rebound. That's Gibbons' third rebound of this game. Stolen by Dabbs off the pass. And Lauren Dabbs, easy layup for her. And another steal by, this time it was by Karpova. Ball goes out of bounds, and Coach Fuentes just telling his team to just calm down on the pass there. That's nearly 2 straight steals as Jarju and Caldwell come out of the game. Danielson, Velke, Cleve come back in for the Kestrels. Emma Bailey back to Jepson. Jepson at the foul line. Jepson is money with her too. Velke, Cleve inside. Danielson has it. Danielson goes glass. And Bristol finding a little bit of rhythm from the field, but with every score they get, Solent answer right back. And really there's no effect on the scoreline as the Kestrels lead by 22 as we enter the halfway point, or near enough the halfway point of the half. Jepson, Danielson and Gibbons fight for it. Gibbons gets it. Here is Bailey putting the moves on Karpova. Bailey is fouled. think that's on Karpova. It is. It's a push on Karpova. And that is Kristina Karpova's first foul. And a timeout has been called by coach CJ Lee. While we got a break in the action, just to remind everyone that next Sunday on the Basketball England YouTube channel, we'll be bringing you coverage of the National Cup Finals weekend at the National Basketball Performance Centre in Manchester. Join us on Saturday for a host of junior finals across 2 courts at Bellevue, and then on Sunday, of course, 2 finals to bring you the Women's National Cup Final as the Solent Kestrels will take on the Stockport Lapwings, tipping off at 1 p.m. and then at 3:30 p.m. we'll be bringing you coverage of the Men's National Cup Final as the Solent Kestrels take on Team Newcastle University. Of course, for ticket information, go to basketballengland.co.uk. And you can get discounted tickets right now for that event. And if you can't make it to Manchester on the day, we'll be bringing you all the coverage on the Basketball England YouTube channel. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe. .47 remaining in the second quarter, and the Kestrels lead 37-15 over the Bristol Flyers. Layla Jepson leading the way for the Flyers with 9 points. Leading all scorers, though, is Faye Endine with 10. Gibbons screaming for it back, but Bailey didn't see. Here is Jepson. Jepson running into trouble but recovers, but Solent pick up the ball anyway. Here is Velke Cleve. Cleve finds Karpova. Nice bounce pass to Danielson. Danielson just about gets it, and Molly Danielson, player of the week from last week, will go to the foul line. Of course, Molly Danielson with 2 double-doubles in their 2 games last week. 27 points, 12 rebounds against the London Lions 2, and then she followed that up with 12 points, 14 rebounds against Angela Ruskin. Leads the league in total efficiency, and you can see why. Such an energetic player inside, and such an energetic personality as well, Molly Danielson. Here is Gibbons to Cook. Cook looking for options, finds it in Gibbons. Risky pass, Karpova picks it up. Nearly carried it, did Karpova, and I think ran out of room. In fact, no, a foul has been called on Cook. That's her first foul of the day. As Fiona Fox, who started the game alongside Veronica Awia, are both going to come back into the game after long spells on the bench, as Cook and Palmquist Gomez take a seat. Neverson putting the moves on Emma Bailey. Dabs the extra pass to Karpova in the corner, strings it for 3. Solent shooting 6 for 13 from downtown, really effective in that stat line, and that's a huge reason why they're 41-15 to the good. Steal by Danielson. Neverson with 2 Bristol players on her. She doesn't care, she puts it in anyway. And the Flyers are grounded right now here in Solent Sports Complex. Looking to bounce back, here is Fox. Finds Awia inside, putting the moves on Velke Cleve. She wants a foul. Good defense from Velke Cleve. Solent have numbers in transition, and the ball is deflected out. Last touch by Fiona Fox. As Kate Bailey comes back into the game, Layla Jepson will take a seat. Kate Bailey joining Bristol from Division 2 side Lancashire Spinners last season. Here is Velki Cleve. Karpova straight away for three, short. As Danielson picks up a wee in play. Velki Cleve for three, that's the same result. But on the follow is Dabbs. 3 bites of the cherry, but Solent get there too. And the gap is now 30. Biggest lead of the game. Fox. Gibbons. 6 to shoot for Gibbons. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a Solent ball. It came off Louisa Gibbons last. Great hustle from the Bristol Flyers, number 14, but it's unfortunately going to go out of bounds for a Solent ball. Neverson. Good defense there from Bailey, but a foul has been called. Neverson recognising the error of her ways as she picked up her dribble. And CJ Lee calling a timeout for the Kestrels, who we talk about Bristol being undermanned. Of course, Solent without the services of their leading scorer, Deti Bala, who is currently out with an ankle injury, averaging 16 points a game. Deti Bala, and she is, we have been told, 50-50 for next Sunday's National Cup final. 3:21 remaining in the second, and the Kestrels lead by 30. Faye Endine still leading all scorers with 10. Layla Jepson leading the way for the Flyers with 9. And of course, following on from this game on the Basketball England YouTube channel, the Solent Kestrels taking on the Derby Trailblazers. That tips off at 6 p.m, so join us for that. As Chloe Heinett's mother, Karen Heinett, tuning in on the YouTube channel. Great to have you on board, Karen. No co-commentator for me, so the comments keeping me company here in the commentary booth here in Solent. Neverson. Finds Velki Cleve inside, kicks it out to Neverson. She had an open lane, but Neverson repays the favour for three. Bailey finds no one. Was looking for Kate Bailey, but Kate Bailey didn't continue her run, and the ball goes out of bounds. Neverson. Danielson. Agoke into the game for the first time as well for the Kestrels, as Velki Cleve misses her long two. Tracy Adegoke, the number 15 for the Kestrels. Fiona Fox. Mid-range jumper, no good. Awea with a big rebound, but she couldn't hang on to it. Neverson, 2 on 4. Velki Cleve off the glass, misses everything though. And here is Emma Bailey. Emma Bailey finds Kate Bailey. Kate Bailey kicks it out to Gibbons. Gibbons, nice pass to Kate Bailey and a foul. That's beautiful basketball from the Flyers. And it's finished off by Kate Bailey. One of the smallest players on the court, Kate Bailey, but showing her strength inside. And she is going to go to the foul line for one, with 1:56 remaining. Unfortunately, Kate Bailey's free throw misses everything, and Solent get possession. You could see the look of disbelief on Kate Bailey's face, still showing it as she missed that that free throw, excuse me. But she got 2 important points on the board for the Flyers. Here is Velki Cleve inside, Adegoke off the glass, no good. Rebound by Awea. Kate Bailey has it. Nearly out of bounds. Fiona Fox collects the ball. And straight to Velke Cleve. Another turnover from the Flyers. And in transition, Karpova gets it to go. That's 16 turnovers in this first half from the Flyers. And Solent have scored 19 points from those turnovers. They lead 50-17 as we enter the final minute of the half. Bailey just on the elbow, strings it. And Bristol finding a little bit of rhythm on both ends of the floor, on the offensive side of the floor. But so have Solent as Neverson on a catch and shoot back iron. And Kate Bailey says, thank you very much, I'll collect that. Final 30 seconds of the half here at the Solent Sports Complex. Fox in the corner is Jepson. Bang, gets it to go for three. And Neverson with the shot clock turned off. Final seconds of the half. Neverson lulling her defender to sleep. Adegoke with the layup, no good. And that'll do it for the first half at the Solent Sports Complex, where the Solent Kestrels have put up a good shift. They lead the Bristol Academy Flyers 50-22. Christina Karpova and Faye Endine lead the way with 10 points each. Layla Jepson has 9 points to lead the Flyers, but the Kestrels shooting 53% from the field, 38% from downtown, and in contrast, the Flyers shooting 31%, shooting 2 for 10 from downtown. Lots to think about for coach Pedro Vega Fuentes, as his team have turned the ball over 16 times and Solent have scored 19 times from those turnovers, and obviously he wants to limit transition points, where the Kestrels have scored 19 points in that category as well. So it's half-time at the Solent Sports Complex, and the Solent Kestrels lead the way 50-22. We'll be back in roughly 10 minutes' time. Division 1 action. John Hobbs coming to you live here today. Unfortunately riding solo, as I mentioned at the top of the show. We have been hit, the NBL Live team has been hit with various issues, numerous ones, including COVID, family bereavements and personal issues. So our two co-commentators for today, Chris Hughes from the Rebound blog and Mark Hailwood, are not able to be with us due to COVID and family bereavements respectively. Our thoughts go out to those two guys, and with Chris, hope you can make a quick recovery. I think we're at day 8, I think he is, in self-isolation. And for Mark Hailwood and all of his family, we just wish you well at this time as well. And of course, due to personal issues, we are missing our lead cameraman, Ralston Humble, who is the brains, one of the brains behind the NBL Live coverage. But thankfully, the amazing folk at Sonar TV, a group consisting of university students here at Solent, have stepped in and are giving us some fantastic coverage of today's action. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the Basketball England YouTube channel, and to get notified of when we are next on, don't forget to turn on your notifications so that you are aware. So here we go, start of the third quarter here at the SSC. Faye Endine and Chrissy Karpova leading all scorers with 10 points each for the Kestrels. Layla Jepson with 9 for the Flyers. And here we go in transition, where Solent have been so effective so far in this game. 19 points in transition for the Kestrels thus far. Jarju inside, Velke Cleave, Karpova in the corner, back to Jarju, Endine to Velke Cleave in the corner, and that's money. Kestrels shooting a fantastic 40% from downtown so far. Jepson finds Bailey, Emma Bailey in the corner. Emma Bailey can't answer back. Endine rebounds. That's Faye Endine's first rebound, actually, of the game. And Jarju banks it home. And the Kestrels now lead 57-22. Bit of a press as well from the Kestrels. And Flyers just about beat it as Kate Bailey finds Jepson inside. Jepson up and under, no good. Awenya with the offensive board. She's no good. And Solent again breaking transition, 2-on-1. Karpova, easy 2. No, she's missed it. Layla Jepson inside over 2 Solent players, and she is going to go to the foul line. Very gutsy play inside. And the foul is on Molly Danielson, and that will be the Oregonians' first foul of the day. As Layla Jepson goes back to the foul line. Bristol shooting 2 for 8. And Jepson, as mentioned earlier, 80% foul shooter, makes her second. Endine to Velke Cleave. Velke Cleave so confident with the mid-range jumper, and that's why. And a foul has been called very quickly there, and that's on Karpova, and that will be Karpova's second foul. 5 Bristol players on 2 fouls, but they've stayed relatively out of foul trouble since the first quarter when the fouls were racking up. Emma Bailey, tough move inside. Danielson rebounds. That is Danielson's 4th rebound to go with 7 points. And here is Danielson on the ball. Finds a bit of room inside, finds nothing. Ball's batted out of bounds. It will stay as Kestrels' possession. Of course, following on from this game, arguably the big NBL fixture of the weekend as the Kestrels take on the Trailblazers, tipping off at 6. Safi Jarju goes to the line for the Kestrels. Safi Jarju off the bench, averaging around 5.6 rebounds. Really key component in CJ Lee's rotation. Not normally the best foul shooter, though, of the team, around 60% for the season. But Jarju makes the second. The bank is open any way you look at it. Kate Bailey, Emma Bailey. Stolen by Danielson. She couldn't quite get it, but collects it. Here is Karpova. Kestrels can break again. Endine thought about the three, instead continues her dribble. Jarju looks for Velke Cleave. Emma Bailey deflected. Velke Cleave still has it. Cross pass to Endine. Little bit of room. Jarju, maybe one pass too many. Shot clock down to 0, but Karpova strings it at the buzzer. I thought it was one pass too many, but Kestrels proving me wrong. Bailey, floater, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful layup attempt there from Emma Bailey. Velke Cleave, a little bit of room, and she banks it home with her layup. A little bit of bucket trading here from both teams. Jepson finds Fiona Fox. Fox, good defense there from Jarju, and Velke Cleave collects the pass. Here is Jarju. Danielson, almost in unfamiliar territory, but gives it up to Karpova. Jarju, beautiful pass to Endine. Endine decides to drive inside. Karpova. And Jarju collecting it, and I think that will be a Bristol ball, and it is. As a timeout has been called by Bristol, Pedro Vega Fuentes just wants to calm his team down as the Kestrels lead 63-26 with 6:22 remaining in the third period. Great to have so many people joining us here today on the BE YouTube channel. Don't forget to tell your friends to tell their friends that this game is on, and of course after this, Solent play Derby at 6 p.m. So keep it locked here on the Basketball England YouTube channel. Of course, basketball has been happening here all day inside the SSC. There was a junior game beforehand as the Solent Kestrels juniors, I'd like to say under 16s, or under 14s, excuse me, defeating Portsmouth comfortably here today in a little South Coast Hampshire rivalry. But it's great to see so much basketball being played here inside the Solent Sports Complex in one of comfortably the best courts in the country. Such a lovely venue to play at. And when it's a full house here inside, and there's a great audience here today, roughly around 75 to 80 people present. When it is a full house, such a positive and such an enthusiastic crowd, and they do produce a great atmosphere. Of course, last time we were here, the Kestrels defeated the Worcester Wolves, and then the Kestrels lost out to the Hemel Storm in NBL action. Of course, there was a big travelling contingent of Hemel Storm fans, and the Derby Trailblazer fans do travel in their numbers as well. Hopefully we'll have a few travelling down. They have been promoting the game on their social media pages, as they have been trying to get a coach organised to come down here to Southampton today. And a whistle has gone And a foul has been called while there was a slight break in play. It's on Kristina Karpova. That's her third foul. So Coach Lee will be utilising his coaching experience to work out what to do next with Karpova, whether he wants her to take a seat. Bailey, and up and under. Asking a bit too much there as it just hits the backboard and pings out. And on the other side, Velke Cleve acknowledging that her pass to Karpova was just a little bit too strong. And two players, Velke Cleve and Karpova, who know each other very well. They've played together for the Kestrels for many years. Of course, Karpova, a former Loughborough Riders player as well, but they've been playing together for many years. Just a bit of breakdown there, though. Here is Cook. Awinia looking for options, finds it in Bailey, partially blocked from Danielson, and the ball goes out of bounds. And it will be a Solent ball as Erin Caldwell comes into the game, and Safi Jarju will take a seat. Lauren Dabbs came in as well for Karpova in the previous possession. Dabbs looks for Velke Cleve. Velke Cleve back to Dabbs, who kept running, and she is going to go to the foul line for two. Great cut around to the basket from Lauren Dabbs, and her persistence will pay off with a trip to the foul line. And that is Emma Bailey's third foul of this game. Solent getting themselves to the line regularly. This is their 17th and 18th attempt as Dabbs hits both. They are now 14 for 18 from the foul line here today. Kate Bailey to Emma Bailey. Cook looking for the screen. Here is Jepson. Little bit of room, drives inside, and I think that was a foul on Caldwell, just double checking as Molly Danielson was involved in that as well. Both teams not yet in the penalty. And the foul is on Danielson. That's her second foul of this game. And Jepson going to the line for the Flyers, trailing 65-27 with 5:02 remaining in the third. Of course, Bristol, as mentioned at the top of the show, a really impressive come-from-behind victory last week against the Worcester Wolves, who have lost another player this week as Velke Cleve inside gets the two. Worcester Wolves losing another player to the Gloucester City Queens in the WBBL yesterday as Shanice Turner made the move from Worcester to Gloucester. Nice move there from Jepson, and the ball goes out of bounds. It will be a Solent possession. Worcester will be playing Loughborough Riders, or are in the process of playing the Loughborough Riders, tipped off at 4 o'clock today. And you can keep up to date with that one via the FIBA live stats on the Basketball England website. Here is Endine. Endine with the floater off the glass, too strong, and Wiener with the rebound. And Dabbs collects the ball off the pass. Dabbs goes straight away for three, is long. And one of the leading, in fact, the leading three-point shooter in the WNBL this season, struggling from downtown, 0 for 4, but she collects it under the basket, and the ball goes underneath the rim, or under the backboard, and she can laugh about it at the moment. Ball goes out of bounds. I think it will stay a Solent possession as Veronica Awinia will take a seat and Alette Palmquist-Gomez comes into the game for the Flyers. Ending along with her three, and here is Jepson for the Flyers. 3:50 remaining in the third. Jepson, who leads the team with 13 points, putting the moves on Velke Cleve, driving inside. Danielson didn't challenge. The ball goes out of bounds. It will stay a Bristol ball. CJ Lee and Chris Mays, the two coaches, wanting a carry. Cook to Bailey. Kate Bailey looking for options, finds it in Emma Bailey. Emma Bailey, and the foul. There's a bit of a delay there in what the call was going to be, but Emma Bailey will go to the line for a three-point opportunity as her floater goes. That's a first foul on Lauren Dabbs. And Emma Bailey makes no mistake from the foul line. Here is Endine. To Dabbs, cross-court pass to Velke Cleave for three. Velke Cleave rattles in a three. Christina Velke Cleave is confident in her three-point attempts. A steal there from Endine. And Endine picks up the pieces and scores, averaging 4 steals a game this season. And that is her 4th steal of this game. Blocked there from Caldwell on the floater attempt. That got the Solent bench off their feet. I think has a foul been called? A foul has been called. Solent bench couldn't quite believe that the foul was actually called. That's a 3rd foul as well on Erin Caldwell. As Molly Danielson takes a seat and Anna Neverson comes in. Safi Jarju also coming into the game, and Faye Endine will take a seat. Flyers now shooting 7 for 14 from the foul line, so they've improved their numbers drastically from the first half. Bailey misses both. Here is Caldwell. Caldwell driving to the hoop, but wants to reset. Here is Jarju. Jarju finds Dabbs. Dabbs still confident from downtown, but her struggles from the three-point line continue. Cook just about gets it to go. And CJ Lee just wants a quick timeout as the Kestrels a little sloppy in offense and found wanting defensively, as Bristol have got themselves a little bit of in rhythm and are having a good spell here. The score is still 72-33. Biggest lead of the game has been 41. This actually is the biggest lead of the game, excuse me, but CJ Lee still not happy with how his team have played in the last 2 minutes or so. And Flyers with a little bit of momentum here as we enter the final stages of the 3rd period here at Solent University. Of course, as mentioned at the top of the show, the Flyers a bit undermanned today as they are missing May Zabetti and Hannah Wallace. May Zabetti, 10 points, 5 steals last week in the win against the Worcester Wolves, and Hannah Wallace, who actually had a team-high 16 points in that win last week in her 4th season with the team, both out injured today. Junior players Alice Matthews and Maisie Horrobin not playing. Thank you everyone tuning in to the Basketball England YouTube channel for this game. Great to have Adrienne Lee commenting. I'm going to assume that's Annette Cook. Here is Christina Velke Cleave putting the moves on Gibbons. And a steal there from Palmquist Gomez. And the Flyers can break. Bailey. Here is Cook. Palmquist Gomez backing down Jarju, going inside and no good. Dabbs again in transition. Good defense though from Annette Cook. That's great tracking back on defense. As we enter the final 2 minutes, or we have entered the final 2 minutes of the 3rd. Here is Cook. Same play to Palmquist Gomez on the spin, and Jarju. It looked from here like a clean foul, but the referee's in a closer spot than I am, seeing otherwise. Palmquist Gomez, a native of Spain, going to the foul line for 2. As Lauren Dabbs takes a seat, Faye Endine comes back into the game for the Kestrels. Good to have our lead cameraman as well, Ralston Humble, tuning in today. Ralston unfortunately not able to be here due to personal circumstances. And as part of the NBL Live team, a big thanks to Sonar TV for bringing you all the coverage today on WNBL and NBL Live. Neverson catch and shoot 3, short. And Emma Bailey comes up with it. It's 2 on 3 or 2 on 4 though. So she'll have to slow it down. Here is Cook inside to Palmquist Gomez. Gomez off the glass. Gibbons fighting for it under the basket, and it will stay a Bristol ball as we enter the final minute of this third quarter. And this has been a good spell for the Flyers. Despite trailing big, they are putting up the good fight here, no doubt about it. Against a Solent team looking for their 5th straight win in all competitions. Palmquist Gomez gets the rebound, and she's going to go back to the foul line. And Palmquist Gomez inside, really causing problems for Solent at the moment. Hasn't registered a field goal as of yet, has scored all her points from the foul line, 2 for 4, but has 4 rebounds at present. And Palmquist Gomez makes her first. That's a first foul on Anna Neverson as we enter, or have entered, the final minute of this third period. Palmquist Gomez makes no mistake with her free throws. Endine crossing up, going inside, gets her own rebound. Caldwell nearly stolen, and good defense there from the Flyers, led by Annette Cook, and Bristol pick up possession. And Bristol have done a very good job in this third quarter of just limiting Solent's offensive firepower that was in full force in the first half. Here is Emma Bailey inside. And look at that for defense as 3 players tackle Faye Endine or fight for her for the ball. Solent pick up possession on the possession arrow, so final 30 seconds of the third, and Faye Endine has it. Neverson looking for options, instead goes it alone, and why not? A fantastic mid-range shooter, Anna Neverson, really excelling with Itching College in the WEABL. Final seconds of the third quarter. Bailey puts up a 3, and that will miss everything as the third quarter draws to a close. And the Solent Kestrels lead the Bristol Academy Flyers 74-37 as Christina Velke-Cleve leads all scorers with 15 points. Christina Karpova supporting with 13, Faye Endine with 12. Layla Jepson leading the Flyers with 13 points, and Emma Bailey contributing well with 10. Kestrels shooting 48% from the field and have really been effective from the foul line as well. 18 trips and hitting on 14 of them. And the Flyers have slightly improved their free throw percentage from the first half. They're shooting 57%, 11 for 19, but just 26% from the field. As said, Layla Jepson leading the way with 13 points, shooting just 3 for 10. And so far, Emma Bailey is the only player on the Bristol team to have not missed a minute of action so far. She's played all 30 in what has been a really courageous effort from her. 10 points, 4 for 15 from the field, 4 rebounds for Emma Bailey. Of course, both teams in playoff contention. The Solent Kestrels, as it stands right now, sitting in 5th place, just outside the top 4 on a 5-5 record. And the Bristol Flyers in 9th, just trailing the Worcester Wolves, who are in action at the moment against Loughborough University, or Loughborough Riders University, excuse me, and the Loughborough Riders leading 43-29 in that one. As we mentioned earlier, Worcester losing Shanice Turner this week to the Gloucester City Queens. That's 4 ex-Worcester players now making the jump up to the WBBL. Here is Bailey. And Emma finds Kate Bailey. Gibbons back into the game for the Flyers. Kate Bailey inside. Nice movement there from Kate Bailey to try and put a little bit of English on that layup attempt. It was a little too strong. Or a little strong. As Coach Fuentes barking instructions at his team. Shot clock winding down. Bailey's three-point attempt is too short. Here is Velke Cleve pushing the ball for the Kestrels. Ending. A lot of time on the shot clock. Here is Caldwell. Back to Velke Cleve with 15 points. Caldwell has hit 1 3 already, makes it another one. 2 3-pointers for Erin Caldwell, who can shoot them. And the Kestrels, their lead is now at 40. Palmquist Gomez inside, off glass, no good. Jarju rebounds. Off the bench, Jarju has 5 rebounds to go with 3 points. Make that 5 points. Here is Emma Bailey. And that is now Kestrel's biggest lead of the game at 42. And a wild pass from Annette Cook goes straight out of bounds. And it will be a Solent possession. As Palmquist Gomez takes a seat, Layla Jepson will come into the game for the Flyers. Here is Neverson. Neverson putting the moves on Bailey on the spin, kicks it out. Caldwell from the other corner, and that is long. And Emma Bailey rebounds. Here is Gibbons. Gibbons' ball deflected out of bounds by Ending, who has 12 points, 7 assists, 4 steals to her name today. Inside to Gibbons, and Gibbons scores over Carpo, or over Velke Cleve. Neverson. Ending goes up for 3. And a whistle has gone. And I think that's a foul on Veronica Owenia. Yes, it is, and it'll be a Solent ball. It's only Owenia's 3rd foul. Bristol fans really not happy with that call, as the first few players of the Derby Trailblazers have entered the Solent Sports Complex. As Caldwell, another 3-pointer. That's long. Owenia with the rebound. Here is Jepson. Finds Cook to Gibbons. Ball zipped around the perimeter. Owenia. And Velke Cleve collects it off her. Here is Neverson. Nice pass to Faye, Ending with the left hand. Kestrel's lead ballooning now, 81-39. Owenia Nice movement, nice fake from Awenia, but her layup is strong. Here is Neverson. Neverson finds Velke Cleave. Velke Cleave to Endine. Great passing from the Kestrels. And Jepson with the rebound. Jepson running into trouble, and Faye Endine with the foul. As Fiona Fox comes into the game, Veronica Awenia will take a seat for the Flyers. Awenia has 10 rebounds in this game, but has been scoreless as Karpova and Danielson come back into the game, and Christina Velke Cleave and Safi Jarju will take a seat. Two good contributions off the bench, or for Jarju, and especially for Velke Cleave. 15 points, 7 steals, 5 assists. Fox putting the moves on Danielson. Jepson driving baseline off the glass, and Endine collects the rebound. Endine, Neverson, back to Karpova, a lot of room, and it's short, but another offensive rebound, this time to Endine. Endine nearly travelled with it. Neverson, high arcing three is good. Such a smooth release, Anna Neverson. (84-39) to the Kestrels. Fox finds Bailey. Gibbons for three, and that's good. Louisa Gibbons, not normally known for her three-point shooting, connects there. Here is Karpova, who herself takes around 5 three-pointers a game herself. Here is Endine. Endine driving, finds Karpova with the floater. It's long. Danielson collects the loose change. Caldwell. Danielson again with the rebound, stolen by Fox. It's 2 on 3, so Fox will slow it down. Jepson doesn't want to slow it down, and she's fouled by Endine. That is 3 fouls on Faye Endine. As the Kestrels not really in foul trouble right now, as Karpova, Caldwell, and now Endine are on 3 fouls each. Bailey to Cook. Cook finds Jepson, and Jepson is short with her three-point attempt. Danielson collects the rebound. That's Danielson's 7th or 8th rebound of this game. Endine finds Caldwell driving inside. The floater is good. The gap is 45 with 4:40 remaining in the fourth. Fox. Turnaround jumper there from Cook. Danielson with her 9th rebound, and a foul has been called on Cook. 3-game slate here in the WNBL today, as Ipswich currently leading London Lions 2, 59-41 in their game at the Coppleston High School. And the other game between the Loughborough Riders and the Worcester Wolves. Loughborough Riders winning big in that one at the moment. Neverson in the corner, misses everything. Danielson another rebound, that's her 10th rebound. And here is Gibbons. Emma Bailey driving at Neverson. Layup attempt will not go, but she'll go to the foul line for 2. Emma Bailey has put in such a good shift here today. Only player that's played every minute so far of this game, has 10 points, 5 rebounds, 4 of those defensive, as she misses the first free throw. And despite the scoreline, it doesn't really reflect on the performance Bristol have put in. It's been a tough day for them, but they've certainly put in a good shift. Can definitely hold their heads up high as we enter the final 3 minutes of this game here at Solent University. Neverson gets it back off Karpova. Ending a little bit of room, drives inside, floater, back iron. Molly Danielson again with the rebound, but it stripped by Fiona Fox. And here come the Flyers again. Fox putting the moves on Karpova. Blocked there from Adegoke. Beautiful defensive play from Tracy Adegoke. It goes out of bounds as Jessie Rowlands will come into the game and Anna Neverson will take a seat. Neverson on 13 points off the bench for the Kestrels today. Gibbons. Jepson. Good defense again from Adegoke, and Danielson comes up with it. Here is Endine. Marked by Jepson tightly. Endine. Rowlands in the corner. Is a good corner three-point shooter, but decides to drive inside, and the ball goes out of bounds. It will stay with the Kestrels. 3:07 remaining in what has been a good day's work for the Kestrels, no doubt about it, in front of their home fans. Endine for three. And Emma Bailey comes up with the rebound. Here is Gibbons over Endine. Good defense though from Endine. Gibbons wanted a foul. Karpova at the elbow, money. And the Kestrels lead goes to 88-42 with 2:39 remaining. Emma Bailey. Fox had a lot of room there, but decides to pass it along the perimeter to Gibbons. And Gibbons' ball tapped out of bounds by Danielson with 3 seconds on the shot clock. It will stay with the Flyers, but they've got to go to work if they want to get a shot up. As Kate Bailey comes back into the game for the Flyers. Jepson will take a seat. As both coaches rotating their benches. Gibbons deflected by Endine. It will go to the Kestrels as it was touched last, by Louisa Gibbons. Gibbons, who's again put in quite the shift today herself. 6 points, 6 rebounds and 2 assists, shooting 3 for 6 from the field. Endine with the floater, that's long. Here is Fox. As we enter the final 2 minutes of action here in the first of our double header, Gibbons now moves on to 8. Of course, following on from this game, the Solent Kestrels taking on the Derby Trailblazers, so join us for that as Endine, slashing her way to the hoop, will go to the line for 2. And currently on court right now, number 14, Molly Danielson, will actually be joining me for commentary in that game. As Faye Endine makes the first foul shot, and Endine now moves on to 15 points personal. Hits the second as well, and the Kestrels lead now at 90 points to 44. Bailey. High arcing pass finds no one, and Faye Endine will come up with it. Faye Endine thought she was fouled, but it will go to the Flyers, and Christina Karpova arguing her case on behalf of Endine, but the Flyers will collect it. Almost academic now, as Solent will no doubt collect the win here as we enter the final minute and 30. Here is Gibbons. And Annette Cook fouled by Adegoke. Bristol shooting will have shot 25% from the field as coach CJ Lee wants a quick timeout. despite being undermanned, have really put up a good shift here today. Very gracious in what looks to be certain defeat for the Flyers as they look to stay in 9th place, as the Worcester Wolves are currently losing to the Loughborough Riders. As we enter the 4th period of that game, or in fact the 3rd period of that game, they're at half-time. The Riders lead Worcester 47-32. Much like in the game last week in Bristol, Chandra Nunes leading the way for Worcester with 16 points at the moment. Robin Ainge and Ala Al-Shabri leading the way for the Riders with 11 points each. And the other game in WNBL Division 1 action, midway through the 4th period at the Coppleston High School, and Ipswich leading London Lions 63-45. As Ava Battersea with 18 points, 9 rebounds to lead the way for Ipswich right there in that game. Of course, Ipswich amongst the chasing pack alongside the Thames Valley Cavaliers to the league-leading Kohler Suffolk Pride. As we enter the final minute and 20 here at the Solent Sports Complex. Bailey, step back jumper over Rowlands, and that misses everything. Here is Endine. Endine gets the 2. Endine was looking for the pick and roll with Danielson, but decided to go it alone, and the Kestrels lead 92-44 as we enter the final minute of what has been a good day's work for the Kestrels. Here is Danielson, who is 3 points shy of a 3rd straight double-double. Make that 1 point shy of a 3rd straight double-double. It's looking likely that she might miss out on that double-double here today. 9 points, 11 rebounds for her. Fox, wide open 3 is good. And there is roughly an 11-second differential between shot clock and game clock, so Solent will ride out these last seconds. Endine, Rowlands nearly got the ball, but it will go out of bounds and will go to the Flyers. You can see the look of disgust in Jessie Rowlands' face as she almost had a trademark corner 3 for her, but it went out of bounds. And here is Bailey as the shot clock is turned off. Final possessions of this game, and the Kestrels will win this relatively comfortably. Solent missing their leading scorer, Deti Bala, through an ankle injury, but they have had a reasonably balanced scoring effort here today. 5 players in double figures, led by Faye Endine on 18 points. Chrissy Karpova with 15, Anna Neverson on 13. Of course, Christina Velke-Cleve also has 15 points as well. And Lauren Dabbs with 11. As Kate Bailey goes to the line for 2 shots with 1.1 seconds remaining, as the Flyers unable to make it to 50 points in this game, which was actually the Kestrels' half-time score. As the Derby Trailblazers prepare to take to the court for their warm-up. They'll be playing the Solent Kestrels at 6 p.m. But for the Solent Kestrels, the warm-up, or the build-up to the Women's National Cup final, sees them win their 5th straight game in all competitions as they head now to the National Basketball Performance Centre in Bellevue, Manchester, full of confidence as they prepare to take on Division 2 side Stockport Lapwings in that showpiece final. They have defeated the Bristol Flyers here today, 94-48. Faye Endine leading the way with 18 points on 6 for 15 shooting. Solent as a team shooting 45%, capitalising on 25 Bristol turnovers with 29 points in that figure. They've also scored 25 points in transition, as the Flyers short-handed themselves today, missing Maya Zilbetti and Hannah Wallace through injury. They were only able to shoot 25% from the field, but Emma Bailey playing all 40 minutes with 11 points and 6 rebounds. Layla Jepson leading the way for them with 13. They can hold their heads up high even in defeat, but it's finished Solent Kestrels 94, Bristol Academy Flyers 48. So join us at about 5:50 p.m. as we give you or bring you coverage of the Solent Kestrels against the Derby Trailblazers. But for now, I'm John Hobbs, and a warm afternoon to you all.